Hi everyone, this is Grace, and today I'm going to be walking you through how I made this white hearts set. So let's go. This is actually a class. The link to that is in the description below if you'd like more in-depth instruction on how I made these cookies. The other thing to say was this video is actually sped up ×2. Still trying out a new rhythm here instead of the glacially slow pace of real time. So believe it or not, this is actually sped up twice as fast as I do it in real life. Anywho, this is a very new concept for me. In fact, not just very new, it is brand new. Doing a simplified set of cookies with essentially one color. In this case, I chose to use undyed icing, which comes out in its natural form of an off-white. And I did this for a few reasons. The number one is I wanted an answer to the natural dye kind of transition that we are slowly making that was easier and more approachable. Because the thing is that natural dyes right now, they're more expensive. They don't last as long as synthetic dyes. It's just a different ball game, and I think the main producers of natural dyes are still working on refining their products. So I'm not quite there yet, personally, even myself as a cookie decorator, let alone, wanting to teach people how to use natural dyes. So I was like, what can I do that kind of bridges the gap, but not just bridges the gap, but creates another kind of approach to cookie decorating that doesn't even require food dye of any sort. And it hit me one day. I was like, I will do all white individual designs in a set. Why don't I do an entire set of cookies just using white? Now, I love enabling constraints when it comes to designing cookies, especially, like the shape series sets. I have not done those in years, or I should say, no, I do smaller versions in classes, but I used to do them for content, and I would do like 20 designs in a set, but I digress. What's the point here, Grace? The point is that, what am I talking about? This class. I love a good enabling constraint. So we're working with one color. So far, I've done 2 of these classes because actually, as I record this, I just launched an Easter egg version today. In both of these classes, I did do 3 consistencies. So we're working with a medium peak piping, a soft peak piping, and a thin flood. What this allows you to do when you don't have to focus on coloring the icing is you just get to focus on the consistency. And from everyone who has taken this class so far, that is one of the big things that a lot of people say is that it's so nice to just be able to focus on the consistency of icing, which if you've ever worked with royal icing before, you know that is the most crucial part of royal icing. Now, if you go look at the reviews on the website, you can see a bunch of students who have already taken this class. Some people did it all white. Some people chose an entirely different color, which was part of what I wanted to support people to do, is you can color the icing if you want. You just don't have to. And then some people have even done like half the icing in one color and then left half the icing white, just for like a little bit of variety, which I think is a really cool way to do it. I want to talk about this being undyed icing. Now, when I do all of my other classes with synthetic dyes, I do dye my white icing white. And that is because this icing that I'm working with here, I flavor it with lemon juice, which obviously lemon juice is slightly yellow tinted. So if I'm adding a slightly yellow tint to white sugar, it is going to give it a slightly off-white color. It's not so bad though. I really don't mind it. You really have to have it against like white to tell that it's off-white. If you're using something like vanilla extract though, if you're not doing my lemon recipe, the vanilla extract is obviously a much darker brown, and that's going to give much more of a tint to the icing. You can use clear vanilla extract, but it's not real extract. It's just vanilla flavoring. So if you want to have a bright white, either you do need to use white synthetic food coloring, or something else you can do, which I'm too scared to do. I know a lot of people who do buttercream do this technique. You add a tiny bit of purple food coloring, because that's the other side of the color wheel from the yellow, and that will cancel it out essentially in the terms of, in the not so technical terms of color, and it will make it a bright white. For me, that kind of defeats the point of this more natural aesthetic, so I didn't color it. Something I'm playing more with these classes, as you can see with this design, is exposing the naked cookie part. This is typically done more, I would say, when you're working with gingerbread cookies, because obviously you have the beautiful contrast of the dark gingerbread against the white icing. But I was like, you know what? We can still do this with sugar cookies. So that's the approach that I'm taking. And actually, if you've seen the Easter egg class, there's one cookie that I just decorate directly on the naked cookie, and I don't cover the whole thing. Now, the downside to that, I will say, is that royal icing does serve as a preservative, because that's, I think, like one of the reasons why it was invented was to preserve sweets. That's why it hardens. So if your entire cookie is not covered in icing, then it is going to be exposing the cookie, and it can get stale faster, I guess is the way to put it. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I know plenty of people, well, not plenty, but I know there are people out there who don't like as much icing. So maybe, it will speak to their heart a little bit more. Heart, pun intended, sweet hearts. So this is actually my 5th class, I believe, on hearts. I have 2 specifically Valentine's Day ones, and I have 2 rainbow ones. I just love me a good heart. It is a great kind of basic shape to do just about anything. Oh my gosh, actually, this is my 6th set, because I have I totally forgot that. My teacher appreciation back to school set is on hearts, and that was also inspired by a content set that I did also on hearts. So this design here is supposed to be kind of a nod to a lace design. I've done something like this with normally lace is done with brush embroidery. Another focus I had with these classes is that I really didn't want them to include anything extra, and brush embroidery requires a paintbrush. So I was like, the technique that I decided to use in the end is actually just using a kitchen knife, just like from your kitchen drawer. As long as you have knives that have a rounded end to them, then that is perfection. What else can I say? We're rocking a 2 consistency outline and flood. So I call this class an advanced beginner class. When I approach skill levels, I do it from skill of technique and kind of supplies and resources needed. So I wanted all of these white classes to be a true advanced beginner, something right in the middle, the perfect step up for all the people who have taken my beginner classes, because all of my beginner classes use just one consistency. I find that is a much easier approach for people just starting out. But you can achieve so much more refinement and detail and precision with your cookie decorating if you're using a 2 consistency outline and flood, which is what we're doing in this class. You saw me with this cookie here. We outline with a soft peak first, let that crust over for about 5 to 10-ish minutes, and then you go in and you flood it with a thinner flood. You can also use a thinner flood when you do 2 consistencies, and that makes flooding larger shapes a lot easier, for example. I called this the mandala cookie because it is reminiscent of mandalas. I just have so much fun decorating these cookies, designing them. I mean, decorating them too, but designing them and coming up with just the right skill level of design. And actually, that's, I would say, the hardest part about designing is that I really want the designs and the techniques covered to match what I think that skill level is. I don't go above intermediate in my classes, and I know there are some people who would prefer more advanced classes from me, but I just think my sweet spot in teaching is the more beginner, advanced beginner. So that is the entire set of cookies. We're keeping it simple again with 5. This is the White Hearts class. Go check it out if you want to. Let me know if you've made them. And as always, thanks for sticking around, listening to the video. I hope you learned a thing or two, and maybe you'll even try to make these yourself. Bye, y'all.